Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Weekend Conversations by the Eternal Quest in collaboration with the Ahmedabad Book Club. And we've been receiving a lot of love and support from you guys, and I would request you to do the same, continue doing the same. And thank you so much from our end, from our entire team to you. So today we have a very special guest, Mrs. Bina Pillai. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah,
honored to be here. It's a privilege for me.
yes, we're really glad and honored to have you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
So, talking about her, she an alumnus of Lady Shri Ram College, New Delhi, award-winning poet, author, and a crusader for social causes. Her work has been published in several anthologies, magazines, in international poetry selections, and literary journals. She published her poetry book, Lyrical Rhythms of My Heart, in 2017, which won awards, amongst which was the National Rising Star Award in the category of Art and Culture. It had the highest rating in Goodreads 2019. She is the associate editor of the Journal of Asian Art, Culture and Literature and the administrator and jury member of Asian Literary Society. Her novel, Under the Mango Tree, was published by Bigfoot Publications in November 2019, and for which she has received critical acclaim and was amongst the best selling books on Kindle. And on top of that, the audiobook Under the Mango Tree has also been published. So she's passionate about social causes, writing, photography, cooking, painting, event management, interior decor, and gardening. She has been pushing the causes of dyslexic children and was featured as a citizen journalist of CNN IBN in this regard. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
We're so honored and glad to have you.
I'm also
So,
honored to be here.
yeah. So, starting off with, we would really like to know what was the one thing and what has been that inspiration during your entire journey that made you become a writer?
I think it's my own life. And also, when I see people giving up on life easily, I always want to inspire them, not to take away their precious life, because life has much to offer if we can wait. I think that was one thing that inspired me to become a writer.
Okay, ma'am. And could you tell us about your first book, Lyrical Rhythms of My Heart, and
Yeah.
what have been the various themes which have been represented in the book?
I had a dream even as a teenager to become an author. But when I got married early when I was 18. I was just in my second year, started my second year when I got married. And somehow, when you're involved with your family, you just don't find the time to write. So I thought maybe when I retire, I'll be able to write. But when I was retired, I had some heart problem and I had to undergo bypass. I should say, fortunately, I got time then, and I thought I should seize that opportunity, and that's when I started writing. I turned 60, then I decided to write, and I wanted to write a fiction. Every opportunity I like to seize. That is one lesson I learned from my life. And I wanted to write fiction, and the title was already in my mind, Under the Mango Tree. So after writing 20,000 words, when I wrote those words in my mobile, in my notepad, and suddenly I realized that it disappeared from that. I think my grandchildren were playing with it and they deleted it or something like that. At that time, I also wanted to do this creative writing course, and when I did that course, I met Megha Bajaj, and she's the one who inspired me to write poetry. I thought I cannot write poetry, but she told me that I can write, and I started writing. She appreciated it, and then I made a collection of around 60 poems within 1 year, and then I published actually Lyrical Rhythms of My Heart first, though I wanted to do Under the Mango Tree. So that's how and the various themes are actually, I've written about life, I've written about love, then I've written about nature, relationships, friendship, being kind, humble, having gratitude, and about pain, solitude. Actually, there are so many different themes in it. Every poem is different. I've also written about village life and many other about friendship. So these are the themes that I have used in it.
Wonderful, ma'am. And the important thing that you mentioned was you started writing after the age of 60. So there is no age and no age gap or bar
Yeah,
for anything that
yeah,
you
there's
want to
no doubt.
start off with. Yes. So
Yeah, for
that will
everybody.
provide, I'm sure that will provide an inspiration to many people out there.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
don't think age is only a matter of mind. I don't think age can
Yes.
restrict you from anything as far as you have health. So you need to build your
Exactly.
health.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely, ma'am. Yes. So you've mentioned about lyrical rhythms of my heart. So a few lines and one of your favorite poems from that. We would love to hear it from you.
I can't say it's one of my. I mean, all my poems
Yeah,
are
they
nice.
will be favorite.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'll just read one poem, uh,
Sure.
Reminiscences,
Okay.
because it has connection with my other book also.
Okay.
As I looked at the mango tree in the colors orange and green, I remembered I met you that summer amidst the rain and thunder. The magic in your smile, the warmth of your hug, the touch of your sensuous lips made my senses go wild. While planting the mango sapling together, you said, one day we'll sit under the big old tree, relishing the delicious fruit in love, you and I forever. My heart broke that wintry day. You stood there helpless when I cried bidding goodbye down by the riverside. 20 years later, I sat with a child, eating the mango under the big old tree. Yet, I found no valid reason to explain to her why tears fell from my misty eyes. We believed our love would grow like the mango tree, but alas, it was not to be. When life got in the way and we went our separate ways. Oh, how I wish I had stayed. That's
Wow. Lovely. It is
thank,
really beautiful. Yes.
thank you.
And hearing it from you, it is like an extra happy thing that we can have. So the title of the like your second book, Under the Mango Tree, has
Yeah,
been so fascinating to me, and it has catched my attention so much because like it resonates with the fruit, the mango that we, and I'm sure everyone loves mango, including me. So that was
yeah,
the theme and the title that literally catch my attention. I was like, okay, Under the Mango Tree. So how did
yeah.
you come across the idea of writing the book?
Yeah. Actually, I told my best friend one day I'd like to write a fiction because after poetry, it is always, I mean, always I wanted to write a fiction. And he said, you have a strong plot and the characters. I'm sure readers would be inspired by your own story. So you need to only connect the dots. So that is why actually I decided to write this. And as a child, we'd always play under the mango tree and pluck the raw mangoes, slice them, add chili powder and salt, and relish them with coconut oil. So that taste always lingered for weeks. Even after we left, we remember that. So whenever I thought of those days, the first thing I remembered was the mango tree and that taste in my mouth. Which really used to explode.
And the way you're explaining it right now, even I can have that taste of the mango. So
Yeah.
yes, that's
So
true.
the title came from there actually.
Okay. So Under the Mango Tree has been one of the best sellers. And what has been your experience behind the publishing part of the book?
Yeah, actually, I knew my plot was strong, and when you write something genuine, it touches the heart of the readers. Another thing I did was I've used visual imagery in it, and when you use visual imagery, what happens is the reader is able to picturize that scene and somehow gets involved with the story and actually is there along with me in my journey, became a part of
True.
my journey, sort of. And when the readers can visualize, they can also feel the emotions. So I think I touched many hearts with that, with the story. And publishing was not that difficult because when you have a strong plot and a story there, I think it's easy to publish. But I have to thank my literary agent Suhel Mathur. He was behind it, and my publisher Deepak Yadav, Bigfoot Publications, both helped me in getting this book published. And also, I think they were also one of the reasons that it did well.
Okay, wonderful, ma'am. So, as the associate editor of the Journal of Asian Art, Culture, and Literature, and the administrator and jury member of Asian Literary Society. How is author Bina Pillai different?
I don't think we are different. Even if you see as a person, I always love people. I love helping people, knowing a lot of people, and traveling is one of my passions. So when you travel, you meet different types of people. I love learning about their culture and tradition. So even as an editor of the JSEL, the Culture and Literature, what happens is, it's all about culture and traditions. So it's so easy to write for me. That's one thing that I love. And I also love pushing young writers up and helping them. So when I see hard work and the way they write, I really appreciate that. So being a jury member, I'm always fair. I don't think ever have I been partial, and they are also reciprocative. When so I'm very happy with my work, and I've been with them for last 5 years now. I mean, as a Asian, yeah, what is that? I forgot my name.
You've been the administrator and jury member for the Asian Literary Society, yes.
Yeah, Literary Society. I'm talking about the Asian
Yeah,
Literary
Literary
Society.
Society.
Yeah,
Okay,
I enjoy
that's
my
really
work and I'm dedicated, to whatever I take up. That is
yeah.
one reason.
Okay. So you've been featured as the citizen journalist of CNN IBN. And
Yeah.
what was that one idea that you stood for?
Yeah, that is also because I'm interested in spreading awareness about children with disabilities. I feel for them, and I feel they do not have much opportunities, especially schools. Even in Mumbai, we have mainstream schools. They talk about inclusion, but honestly, it does not work with the number of children in each class. These children need attention. They need worksheets, and also special educators and therapy. So it's always better to have a special school for them itself. So I wanted one in our center in Mumbai. When I was doing research, I found one in Lower Peril. I used to take my grandson there, 17 kilometers, driving him up and down. It used to be around 34 kilometers every day. And slowly I started getting a back pain, and then I was thinking of all the other. I used to talk to parents, and they used to come from far off, and they used to bring their children in train and buses. Then I thought I was better off than them, and some were even on wheelchairs. So that was one thing. I decided that I'm going to get them a school. And actually, miracles happen when you work hard at it. So I did a show, as a citizen journalist show with CNN IBN, and I stressed on the fact that the school was not there. And about 6 months later, I got a call saying that a school is coming up in central Mumbai. That's where I stay. And
Wow.
3 years later, I saw the school a stone's throw away from my house. So I was very happy. So miracles do happen. How it came up, I don't know, because it's very difficult to get that big piece of land to make a school. But it was
Yeah.
so close to my house. I mean, it was so easy for me to take my grandchild also. At the same time, all the people from nearby places, they were. I mean, for them it became easy. So they all shifted from the Lower Parel school and came here. So that was
Okay.
one.
That's really beautiful. Yes.
Thank
And
you.
miracles do happen. Yes. That's true.
Thank you so much. Thank
So, how much time does it generally take to complete your work? And have you felt any writer's block according to you? And if so, like, then how have you been able to overcome it?
No, I don't think I've heard of writer's block, but I've never had a writer's block. I can write my better than I can, talk. When I talk, I
Okay.
forget words, I forget things, but because I'm conscious. But when I
Okay.
write, I'm in my own world, and I mean, so much I can write. I'm shocked that I can
Yes.
write like that. So I love writing, and written only two books. I mean, two are there in the pipeline. I've published two books, and two more are there. One is Mystical Dewdrops, which is a poetry book, and then there is a collection of stories called The Nuggets of Wisdom. So the time only for Under the Mango Tree, I took around 2 years because it's partly biography, and it's not easy writing that. So there were sometimes you relive though it's
Yes.
healing, but you
Yes.
also relive those painful moments. So it
Yeah.
is a little difficult. So I took around 2 years, but I'm happy that I completed. Within the 2 years, I also did my that poetry book, and also wrote another two books also. So these
Okay.
three are together actually, though I published only Under the Mango Tree because I wanted to concentrate on that. So it's
Okay.
not difficult for me, but people do feel some people feel the writer's block.
Yeah. Lovely to hear that, ma'am. So, is form really important in poetry according to you?
No, for me it's not. Actually,
Okay.
it's just how you convey it, and whether it's written from your heart. That's why I call it lyrical rhythms of my heart. When it's written from
Yes.
your heart, I think form does not at all matter. And when I
So
wrote
true.
this when I wrote this book, there were no such, I didn't find much poetry like this. It was all the genius who write poetry, Shakespearean poetry. That's what, and I felt that
Yeah.
readers were less because we could not understand so much, of that literature used. And so I wanted to write something which would reach the masses and also touch their heart. And when I wrote this, there was an Iraqi poet, Anwar Hussein. He actually appreciated my poetry and he said, "This is something different which I have not seen either." And he called it prose poetry. And in fact, he has written a foreword for me in my book also. And he also published my work in his magazine. So it is appreciated because it's you. I write about feelings and all the values in life, and maybe they are all advices I'm giving. I don't know, but somehow I think people are enjoying it, and it was easy writing for me. So nowadays I can see many poets writing this prose poetry.
And that was very beautiful thing that you said in the middle, where you mentioned that the form and the correlation with the poetry and is it important or not. And you said you write it from your heart, and when you do that, there's no need for the form to
Yeah, I
exist in the
don't need.
poetry. And you
Yeah,
don't really, yeah. So, and like in the same way, like when we're doing things from our heart, and then it reaches out to everyone, and that's for sure, then we don't
yeah,
really find the need to have the proper format for any matter of fact. Yes.
yeah,
Beautiful, ma'am. Yes. So, what is the role play by characterization and plot according to you? And which one comes
yeah.
first?
Yeah, right. So I feel both are interlinked. Plot is character, and character is plot. They are linked together. If you have a
Yeah.
strong plot, then you can be sure that your story will have depth, and it can, it will become successful. But the characters form the story, isn't it? So we can't separate the two. The plot develops with the behavior of the characters. So plot and character are definitely interlinked. So there you can't say which one comes first. Actually, you should have a strong plot, but plot means it is with the character. It's not without the
Okay.
character. So it's
Yeah.
both are equally involved.
Okay. So you've had many awards and experiences throughout the entire journey. Would you tell us something about which would inspire us and guide everyone out there who's watching us currently?
Yeah, actually, awards do not mean much to me. It only gives a temporary feeling of high. Even in real life, actually, I'm like that. But for me, when the readers tell me how much they love my book, that's my awards. Then I feel fulfilled. Otherwise, I don't feel good. So I was also happy, but I was also happy when I received my National Rising Star Award because again, it was from an
Okay.
author, Apurva Purohit. She's the one who gave it to me. So I was very happy about that. But otherwise, no, it does not mean much to me.
Okay.
I think the readers are the ones who can make you happy. So you need readers. The writers are nothing without the readers. And
Okay.
writer has to read too. That is also essential part of writing. Unless you read, we can't write. But the readers are very very integral part, and they are the awards.
Okay, yes, that's true. The readers, views regarding your writing and how they loved it, and how so that
Yeah.
is one thing that satisfy the writers the most.
Actually, I talk to them and have a discussion
Yeah,
with them. I keep asking them, what they like and what they don't like, and to let me know so
yeah,
that I can improvise. And also
yeah.
whether they like the ending, which character they liked, and all that. So I get feedback
Okay,
from them.
yeah, that's wonderful. So I wanted to know about lyrical rhythms of my heart. What was that one idea that started off for you for writing that, and what set you the There's this one point where we like, no, I'm gonna write this, and then it just flows. So what was that? The entire journey behind it?
Which in the lyrical rhythms?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, lyrical rhythms I wrote because I felt that the younger generation somewhere I thought that gratitude was not in them. Some of them,
okay,
not, I won't say that all of them, but some of them, some values they were not. It was not so important to them. So I just wanted to make also the generation realize that how much it actually plays a role in our life. So I think that was one reason I wrote. Then I found that people are giving up on life easily, getting depressed, feeling
Yeah.
sad and taking therapy. So I wanted to tell them that there are other ways. You have to be courageous and strong, and
Yeah.
it will go away. Everything is only for a while. It's not that things change. It's not that it's going to stay sad. You think that way, that this is how it's going to be, but it's not like that. It keeps on changing. Life is about ups and downs. So that was another reason I wanted to tell them that life has its ups and downs. You have to go with it, and some all your dreams do come true. And if you work hard, I also believe that the universe itself will conspire to get what you want, get us what we want. So that is one
Okay.
thing.
Beautiful, ma'am. So, during this entire journey that you've started off after being, you said that you after 60 you started writing. So, when you started off writing and up till now, what were the major, where we feel like, oh, this was sort of a bit of an obstacle for me, or I faced this, I overcome this, and then we're so happy doing that. So, what were, can you mention or can you, guide the people out there who are writing currently? So that they can also get an idea of if they feel they face similar situations, then how have you overcome that?
Overcome, you mean any
Yeah,
painful
yeah, yeah,
experiences?
yeah,
Yeah, actually, writing is therapy, according to me. When
yeah,
you keep writing, you're somewhere it is also healing. It heals you from within. So I feel that, at least for me, I felt that after I wrote the whole book, even lyrical rhythms of my heart, and even the other one, I felt at peace. That is one thing I feel, that it's just like a therapy, that you go to a therapist and you do therapy. The writing is also a part of therapy, because you're writing out everything. So what happens is actually you're reliving the same experience, and when you relive that, that heals you. When you bring that
okay,
out, because most of the time what you're feeling inside is because you have put it in and not expressing it out. So once it comes out and it's expressed out, then it heals you.
okay,
I
beautiful.
want everyone to understand that life is the same for everyone. Some people have it in the beginning, some people have it in the end, the ups and downs. So some may have ups in the beginning and downs in the end. Some may have downs in the beginning and ups in the end. So it keeps on changing. So it's you should be there and experience. And life is beautiful. Life is a miracle. It's magical. Many things happen that I know there are many things which has happened in my life which was really I myself can't believe that. I mean, I got all this. I just like to say about one thing. See, I was working in a travel agency. I wanted to.
Hmm.
I don't know. Do we have time?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, ma'am. We
Yeah,
do
I was
have
working
time.
in a travel agency, and we were doing these. I was making designing packages. So what happened
Hmm.
is, I used to do New Zealand, and whenever I did New Zealand, every moment I'm thinking that, oh, wish I could see this, but I can't afford to see it because it's very expensive. And
Okay.
when I went, I got a lucky draw. I went for a presentation, and there were 500 agents, travel agents. I was just one among the
Hmm.
500, and I got the prize, the first prize of seeing.
Wow.
And about I got everything free, or actually they gave me for 6 days completely free in Australia and New Zealand. Another 6 days I stayed with 50% cost. So that was it was actually it was it's another magic. It's a magic sort of a miracle, because I've always
Yeah,
dreamt of seeing the place, but I never thought I would ever see it. So such things do happen. So people have to wait and see their life, not immediately as soon as they feel something very sad or depressed a moment, and then they end their life. Then you're missing out on everything that's going to you're going to get later on.
definitely, ma'am. And probably all those hurdles and all those situations that we have in life, which we feel that are really, painful or really heavy, but those are the ones that actually mold us into a beautiful person inside and out.
Yeah, yeah. We become sensitive also. No? Now we're more sensitive to people. I can understand the pain. I can understand why. So I don't like someone talking, about them, because I feel that everyone has their own reason for that behavior.
Yes, that's definitely true.
We become more tolerant and patient. Actually, that's another.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we do also develop a different perspective towards the same thing after we've already been there. And sometimes, like I do that, sometimes I look back and I'm like laughing on it. Like, so it is a definitely beautiful journey that you can have with oneself. So, you've mentioned about your two books which are coming up. Other than that, what are the other plans for the future?
What is that?
You mentioned about the two books that are gonna come up, like ones that you're gonna write in future. So, other plans except the those two books? What are we
No,
looking
I do
forward
so many things. I don't like just to write alone. I love to
to? Okay.
travel. I love to meet people. I love cooking. I love gardening. So I'm involved in so many activities all the time. Doing events. I love that. And also when I see someone, who has got a talent, I try to promote them. So I'm involved in so many things. So I think writing, actually, I have problem with my hand also. I've got a
Okay.
little bit of a problem with one finger. So typing, I don't know typing so much. At the same time, writing is difficult these days. We're not used to
Mhm.
writing with pen and pencil today. So
Yeah.
when I keep typing, I have a problem with the hand. So I like writing. I'll still keep writing all the time. But other things, my family matters a lot to me. I like to spend a lot of time with my family and friends. I've got lots of friends and lovely friends, so I like being with them. I walk every day, even though it's a lockdown. Every day morning I meet them because I walk down. Again in the evening I meet them. So those are my plans for the future.
Okay. And that's wonderful, actually, spending time
Every
with the
time I
family
have,
and
I like
friends.
to, yeah, I like to be happy.
Yes. And where can we find your books, both the books and
Yeah,
the upcoming
that,
books
I
also?
think shortly it'll come out. Though I say that it's difficult to type and all that. I'm one person. If I follow something, I try to do something, I have to finish it. I don't leave it
Okay.
incomplete. So I'm definite that it'll come out shortly. But because of the lockdown and this period, the
Yes.
vaccination all that coming up, I'm not too sure when. But definitely this year it should be out. Maybe within
Okay.
six
And we're
months or so.
eagerly looking forward for the same.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, any message that you want to give out to the budding writers and authors out there, and especially to our audience and our viewers who are currently watching us?
Yeah. For the younger generation, I want to say be sure of what you want and go after it. Don't
Okay.
listen to others and then give it up halfway. Whatever you want to do, you need to take a decision. Be genuine. Have integrity. That's very important. If you work with integrity, I think there's a lot you'll achieve in life. And be passionate. Live with that's what it is. Live with integrity and help others too in life. We have all come into this society not only for ourselves. It's also into this world. I mean, not only for ourselves but also for others. So we need to help others around us. A lot of times, we get a little bit selfish and all the time, self-involved. That's not good. It's nice to also help the others and build your self-esteem so that no one can do anything to you once you have your self-esteem in place. Whatever others say does not matter to me at all. You can say anything that you want, but for me it does not matter. So that is important. That's all. And keep writing. Writing is really good. Keep reading. Reading is more important because only when you read you can write. That's all. More than that, I think I need to listen to others.
No, that was really lovely, ma'am. So, okay, we're gonna end this out with a quick rapid fire round.
Yeah.
And okay, so here we go. The book you love the most.
The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Actually, whatever I'm saying, she has written. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, the author you like the most?
I don't have any favorite authors. I read all genres, and
Mhm.
except for horror, which I'm not very, but thrillers I love. All the genres.
Okay.
So I read different books. When I hear it's a bestseller, then I definitely like to try it out. Only Mills and
Okay.
Boone, and it does not interest me, so I've never read that. But otherwise, I read most of the books, the good books around. Like recently, I read The Girl I Met in the Train, The Girl on the
Mhm.
Train, sorry, The Girl on the Train, and it is by Paula Hawkins, which is a beautiful book. It's a
Mhm.
thriller. Then Ikigai, I read, which was a
Yeah,
Japanese, it's about the
it's a
Japanese
beautiful
culture and
one.
food.
Yes.
Like that also. So,
Okay. So, if you were to write an autobiography, what would be the title?
you're catching me there. That's under the mango.
You've already had under the mango tree. You have to choose something other than
I have
that.
to choose another one. It's
Yeah.
difficult to choose. Uh, it's difficult actually. Maybe lyrical life
Okay. Lovely. Okay. So, you prefer text messages or calls?
calls definitely because I feel the person is alive when I hear them more than the
Yeah.
message.
Okay. And ebooks or paperback?
Paperback. I love holding the book in my
Spending
hand.
time with
I
you.
enjoy that,
Yeah.
and also the smell of books I like.
Exactly. Yeah, that is what I was going to mention. Okay. So, one advice that author Bina Pillai wants to talk about to the younger self, to the
About the
younger
younger
Bina
self, yeah, the younger self, I was quite naughty
Pillai. Okay.
when I was young, but still, I was coerced into getting married very early. So today, if
Hmm.
given another chance, definitely I'd put my stand against that and will not allow. So I think I tell the younger generation that that's why I say that you need to have your own, make your own decision, and
Hmm.
go forward accordingly. In fact, I even told my daughter that that you should have a love marriage and not have an arranged marriage, unlike other parents. But because
Yeah, exactly.
I'm stressed on that, she wanted an arranged marriage, so she went for arranged marriage. So,
Okay.
so
That's
be
wonderful.
genuine and passionate.
Okay. So lovely messages from you, and it's been a really good time talking to you, knowing so much about you and the writing stuff. And everyone who's watching us, you can find her book Under the Mango Tree, and that's also available on Kindle. And also, the audiobook Under the Mango Tree has also been
Yeah,
published. So you
yeah.
can
I'm very
definitely
happy
go.
about that. In fact, I want to give it to some of
Yeah,
these blind people who can actually read. There's a blind school nearby, so I'm planning to
yeah.
go with my friend and give
Okay,
them
yeah.
that
Yes.
audio book.
Yeah, and everyone can also go and have a look at the lyrical rhythms of my heart, which is written by her. So thank you so much, ma'am, for being
Thank
here
you
and
so
for
much.
giving
It
your
was my privilege and an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today again. And we've been receiving a lot of love and support, and just keep continuing that. And I hope everyone is safe out there. And we'll be back next week with another guest at the Weekend Conversations by the Eternal Quest in collaboration with the Ahmedabad Book Club. Until then, take care and stay safe.
Bye. Bye to everyone. Thanks a lot for listening
Yeah.
patiently.
Bye. Thank you.